Progress.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds for Adedolapo to become a co-host, and then we can get started.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Fauzi. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And thank you so much for joining the orientation event. Apologies that we started a bit late. We had a little bit of network issues. Thank you. So we're going to start now. Give me a minute, please. All right. So hello, everyone. Welcome again. So here's a quick task. If you are just joining in, I want you to go to the chat box, tell us your name and where you are joining in from. So yeah, congratulations to everybody for winning the Next African CHEM scholarship. We had a lot of applications, a whole lot of applications, close to 3,000 applications, and out of the 3,000, you are one of the very few people that got the scholarship. So this is a big deal. It is a rare opportunity for you, and would like you to, to celebrate yourself and to most importantly take it serious, actually. So I'm going to start with I'm not saying your messages, guys. Okay, there's one person. All right, my name is Suzanne. Suzanne is joining from Abuja, Nigeria. Hi, congratulations and welcome. Hi, Victoria from Lagos, Nigeria. Please tell us where you're joining in from. Let us get to know each other. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to, hi, Victor from Lagos, Nigeria. Hello, Flo from Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome. So I'm just going to go right into it to introduce members from the I4G team and from the Meta team as well as the our partner from the Community for Africa team. So my name is Adedolapo Lawal. I'm Programs Associate at Ingressive for Good. On this call, we have Fauzi. Fauzi is our Communications Manager at Ingressive for Good. And we have Anifa. Anifa is the Programs and Community Manager at Ingressive for Good. She also doubles as our partner for Community for Africa. And from the Meta team, we have Rahul, we have Kara, and we have Azel. They are our wonderful partners from the Meta team. And thanks to them, we are able to provide community management scholarship to 200 people, right? So yeah, so I want you to go to the chat box and tell them thank you. And yeah, so I'm going to be passing the mic very soon to Anifa, and she's going to be sharing our learning expectations for this program, and also talking about what's actually expect of you and how you should take this scholarship serious. Hi, Anifa.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Thank you, Dolakwa. Once again, congratulations to every single one of you. We started, well, this whole journey started with the I4G marketing scholarship that we started in Q1 together with Meta. And then we started the cohort 2 as well, with over 40% graduating from cohort 1. And because the Meta team was really, really happy with what we have done so far, they're happy with our community, they decided to offer another opportunity, which is the community management certification that we'll be talking about today. And yeah, so here we are. We opened up the application, and just like Dolakwa said, over 2,000 people, almost 3,000 people applied. And every single time we have to turn down one person or even multiple people. It's really hurtful. But at the same time, only those who qualified and got selected by the selection committee made it to the next step. We always try to ensure that there's going to be more opportunities for the African ecosystem. And we're also hoping and praying that we get more opportunities, we get more funding to be able to continue to do this. And we're also soliciting for your own prayers, pray for us, pray for us to make more money, pray for us to get more of these opportunities. So once again, congratulations. I think this is going to be the first time ever that we're going to be doing this kind of scholarship, the Next African CM scholarship. We've seen that we've seen that the community management industry is really booming, especially in the African continent. And me, myself, being a community manager for over 5 years now, this, couldn't have come at the best time, actually. And we are really looking forward to building, the Next African CM. We're looking forward to building community managers that actually understand what the role is, and are able to come out of it with the certification. So now 200 of you have gotten the scholarship, but we actually have 100 people on the wait list. So it's up to you to, do what's necessary. We've also sent an email called Start Learning that basically breaks down step by step every single thing that you need to do for you to be able to get access to the free examination voucher. So it's not just enough that you've gotten the scholarship. You also have to, do practice tests. You have to do all those extra steps for you to be able to, get access to the voucher. The voucher is the main thing, right? That's the main thing. That's why you're here. The voucher is for you to, do the certification and be able to have a certificate that you can add to your LinkedIn, that you can add to your CV, and just, make you hireable. All right, so to jump right into it, again, I'll spend a little bit of time talking about some learning expectations. I'm also going to spend a little bit of time going a little bit technical. So I'll share my screen. Just so I can be able to explain exactly what the step-by-step is and how you should, do all those stuff. So those are the two things I'm going to do majorly. And then from there, we'll hear from Kara and Rahul and possibly Hazel as well. Okay, so yeah, once again, congratulations to every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining the orientation again. And it's going to be recorded, so you can always come back to listen to this. So here are the expectations. Now that you've gotten the scholarship, now that you have gotten access to the Next African CM scholarship, first of its kind, these are the things that we expect from you as Ingressive for Good, because one, we've seen it work. We've seen it work over and over and over again. We've seen it work from thousands of people that have gotten our scholarships and have also graduated and have also even gotten jobs. So when we say do this, we're talking from data, we're talking from experiences. So number one is to complete your course, obviously. And it's much easier this time around because it's a self-paced course and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. It's not like maybe Data Camp or Coursera or, all these different learning management systems out there where you have to, go through step by step, learning as such. This time around, it is 100% self-paced, and you get to, go through the study guides. You get to download the free resources that are there. You also have opportunity, very unique one actually, to join a Facebook community that's managed by the Meta team. And they're here to even talk more about it as well. So you have more opportunities to also learn from other people on that Facebook group. And you also have an opportunity to study outside of the resources that you have, do a lot of research. So basically complete your course. And one unique thing is you also have the Telegram group that we created, where you have access directly to us at Ingressive for Good. If you have any questions, we are going to be there to answer you. You also have opportunity to ask questions amongst yourself, right? So you're community managers. This is an opportunity to build a community around yourself. So be friends with each other, ask questions, study together, which takes me to my second point. And the second point is to have an accountability partner, right? An accountability partner or an accountability group essentially is one that helps you to learn and grow together. So on the Telegram group, reach out, and say, hi, my name is this. I am from Lagos, Nigeria, or I'm from Kenya, or I'm from, whatever country that you're from. I'm currently on course 1, and I'm looking for an accountability partner that will be learning together and bounce ideas off each other. We've seen this work where, in as much as we are here to always remind you that you need to learn, remind you of all of the deadlines that you have, your accountability partner will also be there to do that for you. And you also get to do that for your accountability partner as well. And it's not compulsory that it's just, going to be one, just 2 people in the accountability team. You can be as much as you want. You can have an accountability group of up to 10, up to 20 people. It's up to you to kind of decide. I've not started sharing my screen, Susan. I'm still speaking. So it's up to you to decide if, how much people you want around you, how you want to learn, because I think this community manager course is one of the easiest out there. But at the same time, if you don't study, you probably won't pass. So you actually need to study. So number 1, complete your course. Number 2, have an accountability partner. So I need somebody to count with me in the chat box and mention everything that I've been mentioning together, so I know we are together. So number 1 is complete your course, and number 2 is to have an accountability partner. Then number 3 is to put yourself out there, share your progress online. What this essentially means is that is to create some form of resources for yourself on social media, to also literally tell the world that you've started learning this particular course, or you're on this journey to change your career, or you're on this journey to start a new career. The reason why we advise for you to do this is we've seen people get a job just from sharing their journey on social media. And I'm sure you all know how social media can be really, really, positive, and sometimes could be negative as well, but most of the time more positive. So it's up to you to determine how you want to make use of this opportunity. So put yourself out there. Literally, hi everyone, day 1, I just got the scholarship from Ingressive for Good, together with Meta, and I'm going to be learning all about community management, blah, 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 blah. Day 2, we started learning on Telegram, and, we've started this self-paced course on the Meta Blueprint, which is free. And then you can even offer this course, to everybody else as well, that if they want to audit the course or go through the course, they can go ahead and do that. Day 3, okay, so I and my friends, we started this checkup calls, and it was great. Day 4, this is what I learned. So again, put yourself out there. It's really, really going to change the perspective of your own personal brand. So you look at it as building your personal brand online as well. And thank you all so much for following me in the chat box. I love it. Thank you. So that's number 3, right? And then number 4 is to flag challenges when you have them. And that's why you have the Telegram group. For every single one of our scholarship that we've done, there's always a group that we create to be very close to you, and just so we are able to answer any questions that you have as fast as possible. And I also think that this group is one of the smallest scholarship groups that we've had. We're currently doing, I think, almost 15,000 learners for cybersecurity right now. We're currently doing 10,000 plus learners for data camp right now. So there are thousands of, learners on different scholarship groups that we have. So it's going to be really easy for us to answer any questions that you have. But at the same time, we also want you to empower yourselves to be able to answer those questions amongst each other. I can see recently somebody was asking a question on the Telegram group and somebody else responded. So we don't have to be the one to respond all the time, because we're a very lean team. We are just about less than 10 in the whole company. So again, flag challenges when you do have them. There's always going to be a response for you, either your fellow colleagues or somebody from the Ingressive for Good team. And then finally, that's number 5, is to take your certification exam. Now, this is the compulsory part. This is where, the scholarship actually makes sense, because this is what is being paid for by the Meta team, thanks to them once again. So once you're done with your course, and just like the step-by-step guide that was sent to you, I'm going to try opening that in my browser here and share my screen very soon. But essentially, just like it was explained in that email, that first you need to go through the course and understand, all what is being taught there. Then next, you need to do practice tests. Practice tests, there are 2 practice tests, practice test A, practice test B. And you're going to do them 2 times. So that's 4 different tests. And the least score you need to have on those 4 tests is 85%. So let's say, for instance, you did test A, the first time you got 60%. That's totally fine. You have opportunity to redo the test unlimited times as much as possible until you score 85% twice in both test A and B, 85% and above twice in both test A and B. So once you're done doing that test, then you submit the proof of that test to us. The link has also been attached to that email. So once you send the proof, every following Friday, so let's say you send it on Thursday, the next Friday, you would get access to the free voucher for you to take the examination. And now the examination is also very different and very unique from, normal examination that you would do out there. You need a laptop, you need very strong internet, you need your laptop has to have a very good camera, and you also need to be in a quiet place for you to be able to take that exam, because there's going to be a proctor that will be there, live with you as you're taking the exam, essentially. But it's not going to be more than 60 minutes or even 90 minutes at most. So we advise that if you do not have all these tools, you can, visit a cyber cafe, or just find a method or a way for you to ensure that you have all those things to get the exam done. Because once you have that voucher, and if you don't make use of it very well, we can't take it back, right? So we'll be losing out on one free voucher. We have just very limited number. We have just 200, and that's why we onboarded and accepted just 200 of you. Keep in mind, we have 100 people on the wait list. If you don't meet up to all these criteria, you'll be bounced off, your scholarship will be revoked, and we'll take somebody from the wait list. But again, we're hoping we're hoping that this doesn't happen to any one of you. We trust that you make use of this opportunity very well. And those are those 5 things. So 1, complete your course. 2, have an accountability partner. 3, put yourself out there, share your progress online. 4, flag challenges when you have them, and finally take your certification. And once you do take your certification, there's a graduation that will happen. And this is one of the unique things that happens at I4G. The graduation essentially qualifies you to join the I4G alumni. The I4G alumni is an exclusive community for all. It's an exclusive community for all I4G graduates. Anybody that has gone through any of our scholarships, and you graduate, get to join the I4G alumni. We also take you through a 1-month boot camp where you have access to, other opportunities that would help get you qualified to get into jobs. We can't just give you fish. We'll also teach you how to fish, essentially. So before I start sharing my screen, let me know if there are any questions.
Hi, Innocent. You said you have a question. Do you mind unmuting your mic to speak, or you can as well type it in the chat box? Okay, maybe we'll take Innocent's question later.
Okay, no problem. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this is the start learning email that we sent to everybody, and I sent to myself as well, just so I can show you exactly what you're seeing, and this is what you should all have gotten by now. We sent this 5 hours ago, and so yeah, we expect that we'll give you enough time to go through it. If you have any questions, let us know here on the Telegram group. So essentially, this is everything that you need to know about the scholarship. And I've also mentioned a little bit of some of this information earlier, but I'll go over it again. So number 1 is for you to study the Facebook Community Manager online course on Meta Blueprint. So I'm going to try opening this. So just like I mentioned, the course is fully virtual and fully self-paced rather, but yeah, virtual, fully self-paced. And these are all the things that you need, right? This is a contents library. So go ahead and log in. I think I've already done that. But yeah, you can easily log in. I think you will get a prompt for you to log in. So you get to log in with your Facebook accounts, and you get to, go through each of the courses that are there. So once you click on one, right, you can see, you can easily read them. So I've gone through these courses myself as well. So they're pretty easy to go through, essentially. There are lessons that you can read about, so you get to read stuff. And then towards the end of the course, there are some little tests that are being asked just for you to be tested on the knowledge that you've learned. So those are the courses that you need to follow through. Very easy, right? And they're all around the Meta tools, which Meta tools have a lot of community-centric tools and technologies that you need to be able to build communities. So there's a lot of them. So this is the knowledge check. It's little test I was talking about. And see, I have done mine already, and I was correct, of course. So there's a lot more. So you can easily just keep going. There are also related resources that are there. So that's essentially what this course is all about. This is everything that you need for this exam. Then, so yeah, let's continue. Then the courses are free and self-paced, but we'll have some mentors come onto the Telegram group to do some further trainings and answer any questions that you may have. So just like we said, some of these mentors, they'll start either next week or next 2 weeks. So these are mentors that we are going to be inviting just to come speak with you. Some of them I'll take them myself. Some are just, other community managers in the industry, where you get to learn from them and ask them questions. Then number 2 is for you to join the public Facebook exam support group. So this was the group I talked about. I mentioned that is also very unique to this scholarship. So I've also joined. Yeah. So when you're joining, you also see a prompt that tells you to pick which community or where you're joining from. So ensure that you pick Ingressive for good. And if there's also one other question that asks if you've taken the examination, so go ahead and say no. Just so we know that we'll take the examination later. So here's the community on Facebook group, and you can easily come here, go through everything that is here, familiarize yourself essentially. So that's number 2. Now, number 3 is to get certified. So we also linked this where you get to learn more about the support group. So go ahead, click on it. It's a readable PDF that we hosted online for you to also just read more about the Facebook group essentially. There's not much information there, but it's just for you to have an idea what the group is all about, the rules and regulation, and how to navigate the Facebook group. Let's see. Internet is a little bit slow. We'll come back to that. Then next, so this is the important part. To get certified and to get a free exam voucher, you have to do the practice test A and B. Now, so I talked about the practice test earlier, and this is the practice test. There's A here, there's B here. So once you're done learning, once you're done studying, and you feel like you're comfortable with, going ahead with the practice test, go ahead and do the practice test A, go ahead and do the practice test B. They're both, still the same, not necessarily the same questions, similar questions, but, they're a bit different from each other just for you to be able to be prepared for what the examination would look like. So, and you have to score above 85% in all of them. So you have 4 tests in total to do. So once you're done with those tests, you're going to submit the proof here. So this is a very short form that we also created to make it easier for you to submit your proof and tell us that, you're ready to take your exam. I really want to show this. Okay, awesome. It's showing. Coming live. Awesome. So go ahead and fill all this information. So we're asking, did you study the Facebook Community Manager course? Have you taken the practice test? Yes, I did practice test A and B. And then you have more prompts that, where you're able to show your proof for all of them. So again, this proof is just a measurement for us to ensure that we are giving the right people or those people that are confident in taking their exam, the vouchers. We have very limited number. We want to ensure that, we're doing right by everybody. So again, go over this guide that has been shared to us by the Meta team. Read through it, understand it well. Then, just like I said, every week on Friday, every Friday, essentially, vouchers will be sent to those who have successfully submitted their proof. So we have every time between now and September 15. So I think the deadline for you to submit is, September 15. So you have every time between now and September 15 to study and submit your proof. There's going to be, I won't be surprised when 100 people even submit their proof by, say, in the next 2 weeks or in the next 3 weeks, and which is totally fine. You have all this still limited time. You still have a deadline to study and do your practice test. So every Friday, we're going to be sending vouchers to those who have successfully submitted their proof and have shown that they are ready to take the exam. So again, it is very, very compulsory for you to have a laptop with camera, a private place to take the meta certification exam. Because you have to keep your camera on during the exam. You have to dress appropriately. You have to have power. So try to ensure that you have all these resources within 1 hour or 1.5 hour maximum, to do this exam. Then what else? So yeah. Then finally, what makes you a top the Next African CM 2023 students? We always try to have a top list of students for every of our scholarship program. So obviously complete studying and submit your practice test proof, take and pass the Meta Community Manager certification exam. The higher your score, the higher you are on the top list. Then we added this for you to volunteer your skill in a community that you are interested in, local or international. The thing is, this is personally from my own conversations with lots of community managers out there. They got their role as full-time community managers because they volunteered their skill. So it's kind of like rites of passage, essentially. So now that you have the skill, you've also have the certification to back it. You have this volunteer. By the time you do this volunteering, you have it as part of your portfolio as well. So yeah, it makes it easier for you to get a job. Then engage in all activities during the course of the scholarship, including filling learner surveys. So we're going to be sending some surveys, ensure that you're doing all that because it's really, really important to us and to our partner Meta. Follow Community for Africa, follow Ingressive for Good, and follow Meta as well. And that's basically it. Let me know if you have any questions.
Hello, Shumefon. Your hand is raised. What's the question?
I think we need to manually invite them to unmute and speak. I have this question from Pfizer here in the chat box. I'm unable to join the Facebook group. When I click on the answer question button, it doesn't show me what to do next, and my request is still on pending. I think your request will be accepted. So everybody, most requests are always on pending until it is accepted. But I think I will allow the Meta team to discuss more and speak more on that. Okay, so I think Somefon, you can speak now. Somefon, you can go ahead to ask your question. All right, Innocence, please, where did you see 6 months? Just so I'm clear and sure that there was not a glitch somewhere. Is it just me or I'm not hearing anybody speak? Right, so there's the 6 months thingy in the email. Interesting. I'll confirm that myself. So sorry about that. No, we don't have 6 months actually. You have up until September 31 to take the entire thing, to do the course and to also take your examination. So if you're seeing 6 months, it's probably an error. Apologies for that. I hope that's clear. All right, so my friend, yes, we can't hear you. Alaoma, your hands is still raised. Do you want to go ahead and?
Okay, sure.
ask
I would like to. Yeah, good evening. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so my name is Victor. Yeah, my question is, so for the both test, but you said we have to do we submit 4 proofs for test. So are we to do both of them twice, or because I was actually kind of lost at that point. So we had to submit our proof, but if there were like 4 tests to be submitted, but just 2 tests were shown on your
So you're
document.
supposed to do again. There are 2 tests to be done: test A and test B. You're going to do test A twice, test B twice. So 4 tests in total.
So for test A twice, are we doing the same question twice, or it should be mixed twice?
Again, you don't have to worry yourself about that. Just do test A twice and score 85% and above in all attempts for the questions.
Yeah, sorry. The second question. So for you said we need a very good camera, like laptop that has a very good camera. What if my laptop the camera is not so clear, but at least you can see my face properly? Does that still work, or do I need a perfect camera for it?
So I think the Meta team will speak about that when they are speaking.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks. I don't want to spend too much time answering questions, but let me go through the chat box and see any question that I can answer. Is this compulsory to log into the Meta Blueprint when studying? It's advisable. I think you should log in when you're studying, because then you're able to interact with the courses very well. Are there multiple trials for the multiple test and the certification exam? For the tests, yes, there are multiple trials. For the certification, there's only 1 trial or 2 trial, I think. The Meta team will clarify. So, but for the tests, there are multiple trials, like unlimited trials. And that's why we are saying that, you have to show proof for it and score 85% and above in those trials. So you are ready and properly ready to use the examination voucher. The examination voucher, there's no multiple or unlimited, trials for you to do the exam. So you have to be very, 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 very careful. I don't really get the first part, which is the course blueprints very well. Is it a pre-course or what? That's the course, essentially. The Facebook Community Manager course on Facebook Blueprints that is the course that you have to go through, and it is self-paced, self-study. You have to study on your own and go through the course on your own, but you have the community on the group to discuss more and learn more together. Yes, you need to get a camera. You need to get a webcam if you're using a desktop. How do we show proof for the test? If you go through the email, we included the link for you to submit the proof for the test, Richard. All right, then I'm going to stop here. And so yeah, I think I'll allow Kara or Rahul to go ahead and speak.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. We're so happy to be here and so excited to get you all through the Meta Certified Community Manager program. I'll start by introducing myself, and then I'll have my colleagues Rahul and Hazel join me and introduce themselves. But I'm Kara. I'm the program manager for this program, the Meta Certified Community Manager program. I myself have been a community manager for the majority of my career, almost 10 years, doing all kinds of community management. And so when I found this opportunity, I was thrilled to finally learn best practices, because I think a lot of people fall into community management almost by accident, and they don't realize it can be a full career path. And so personally, I was really excited to get to go through this myself. I learned a lot from it. I grew my career, and now I get to help a lot of other people do the same. So it's been very rewarding, and I'm really excited to help you all through it. I'll pass it over to Rahul.
Thanks, Kara. Hi, everyone. This is Rahul. Congratulations to everyone for this scholarship. I work at Meta as an exam program manager, looking after the community manager certifications. So any questions you have around logistics for the exam, any issues you might have for getting a badge. So once you pass the exam, not only do you get a certification, but you also get a badge that you can share on LinkedIn and other social media platforms if you're looking for employment. So any issues with that, I'm here available, ready to help out. So yeah, very excited to be part of this, and all the best to everyone on this journey ahead. I'll pass it on to Hazel.
Thanks, Wahoo. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you all. This is Hazel calling from the UK. I'm very, very excited for all of you that you will be going through the learning journey and to be taking the exam to be certified. Myself as well, I studied and then go through all those quizzes, practice tests, and then I was finally certified with community manager as well. So I believe you all will learn a lot and will be benefit from the experience. I also work with the Ingressive team very closely on other program that is the Coursera scholarship. So I would say that Meta appreciate a lot that what Ingressive has been doing, and then we treasure this community and an opportunity that we could support you all through your journey in learning, upskilling, and job seeking, etc. So all the best, enjoy, and just reach out if you have any questions in the Facebook group or in the Ingressive team, etc. So happy learning.
Thanks, Hazel. And if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you see this all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So I will walk you through a couple of slides to share some more information on the program. I know the Ingressive team has done an excellent job sharing lots of information. So if I repeat them or myself, I apologize, but hopefully we can get you as much information as possible to help you through this journey. First things first, just a couple of things about the certification and why it's so valuable. One is that the program identifies and certifies candidates who have demonstrated the ability to build, scale, and connect an online community. It also trains you with the strategies, tools, and the best practices for community managers today. And lastly, it will help you understand policies and regulations to make sure you're keeping your communities safe, engaged, and also help you become an expert in the industry. We have several free resources available for you to prepare for the exam. We've spoken about some of these already, but I'll quickly walk you through the list because they're so helpful in getting prepared for the exam. So the first thing we have are 5 online courses through Blueprint that cover key aspects of community management. We also have a syllabus and recommended learning plan. We have a comprehensive study guide. It's very long, but very informative. We have 2 practice exams. We'll talk a little bit about those in a minute, but these are so important. I know they're a crucial part of your learning process as well. We have the learning group, which is our private Facebook group for candidates for the exam, where you can connect with others and learn together in a lot of fun and different ways. And then today we're going to share with you a few extra tips to prepare for the exam and also what you can expect after you take the exam. We believe that the 5 courses are fundamental to this program, so we don't recommend taking the exam unless you have completed all 5 online courses. I think that's a requirement here anyway, but it is so important. So just want to stress that, and I'll walk you through the topics of each of the 5 courses. The first course, Define and Establish a Community. It will teach you how to do just that, how to define and establish a community. Some of the key objectives in this lesson are determining and executing a strategy to build, scale, and connect a community, how to envision and enact a clear mission, well-defined goals, and measurable objectives to measure success of the community, and how to establish community guidelines that are reflective of the community mission and its values. And I know this is a lot of information, so we'll definitely have time to answer questions at the end. The second course will teach you how to develop community strategies and processes. The key course objectives here are to identify the platforms that best support community building and the creation of an online presence, to help you define the most important operational workflows to run your community, and to establish partnerships with other communities or organizations in order to amplify their success. The third course will teach you how to make strategic content decisions for your community. And the key course objectives on this one are to create a content calendar and use community insights to help you post content at the times when your audience is actually the most active. It'll also help you include relevant trends in your content strategy to improve your community engagement. And it will help you understand how to best use meta tools in order to create content and experiences that support your goals. The fourth course will teach you how to engage and moderate a community. These course objectives are to help new members feel welcome and comfortable within the community, to come up with fun ways to recognize members who contribute to the community and really exemplify your ideal culture, and to use Facebook community standards to proactively prevent conflict and act quickly when it occurs. So really keeping the community safe. And course number 5 will teach you how to measure and analyze community success. And the key course objectives here are to analyze reach, engagement, and conversion to measure how well your content is performing in your community, to ask community members and fellow community managers for additional feedback, and to find ways to become financially sustainable with various sources of revenue and how to maintain a thriving community. So there is a lot to learn. There's a lot jam-packed into these courses, but I cannot stress enough that they are so important and feeling confident going into the exam. On top of those 5 courses, we also have many additional resources. 2 of my favorites that I think are the most useful are the study guide, which, as I mentioned before, it's a very comprehensive study guide. There's a lot of information. It actually covers the same information that's covered in the courses, but it's in a different format. So it might be the thing that you want to print out if that's your learning style, and like make highlights for the things that you want to go back to, take notes on the side, that sort of thing. And then the practice exams. So these are 2 practice exams. You can take them as many times as you want. We recommend that you take them until you get an 85% or higher to increase your chances of passing the real exam. But I love these so much. And this was my favorite part of studying for the exam, because they both give you such a great idea of exactly what you can expect on the actual exam. The structure of the questions are very similar. The type of information the questions are looking for in the answers also very similar. So it's a really good practice going in, so you're not caught off guard when you actually sit down and take the real exam. Another resource that I love and am partial to is the Learning Group. This is the Facebook group where we encourage you to learn directly from Meta employees, other certified community managers, and other candidates as well. We come up with a lot of different strategies and tactics in there to help you retain the information that you're learning. So it's a lot of fun. And we also really believe that the best way to learn is learning together in a community. So we recommend that you join. And I'm actually really excited because I saw, I want to say, over 100 requests to join the group earlier today. So I see that a lot of you are eager to get in, and we'll make sure you get approved very quickly. And once you've spent time with the study materials, we have some tips for you on how to best prepare for the exam. Like I mentioned, the exam is a multiple choice question exam. So here are some things you can expect when you're taking it. Firstly, some of the questions you might be asked to select more than one correct answer. So it might say choose 2 or choose 3. It's really important that you select that many correct answers in order to get the answer right. So make sure you pay attention to how many correct answers the question is asking for. When you need to select multiple answers, the question will always tell you how many options you need to select. So you never have to guess. The exam tests your skills and how you apply knowledge. It is not a memorization exam. So you can't just memorize what all the courses tell you and go in and think you're going to ace it. It's really about critical thinking, analyzing all of the scenarios in the questions and asking you to like problem solve or make a decision based on the community that you manage or the community you would like to manage one day. And like I said before, the exam questions are very similar to the practice exam questions, and you can take those practice exams as many times as you'd like. Now, a few tips for multiple choice questions. Again, one is remember the audience. So approach the exam with the mindset of a professional community manager that works for a brand or an agency. So make sure you go in with that mindset, and it will help you think about the questions in a different way. Also, understand the goal. Pay attention to the goal of the community manager in the scenario that the question presents. That will help you to eliminate some of the options and focus on the best right answer. It's really important to read every question, so make sure you go through and read each question and each answer choice at least one time. So don't jump to conclusions and just pick the first answer that sounds right. You really want to make sure you're reading the full thing. Lastly, a couple more tips. Look for keywords. So this means reading each question carefully and identifying some of those words that you recognize from the course material that can help you understand what the question's really asking, and help you determine what the correct answer is. And we talk a lot about that in the Facebook group, how to identify those keywords, and we do some practice questions. So again, highly recommend you check that out. Use the process of elimination. So when you're not sure what the right answer is, try to eliminate the choices that you are pretty sure are incorrect before you select the answer that you think is right. That will help you narrow it down a little bit. And then the last tip here is to keep going. If you're unsure about certain questions, you can mark them and revisit them toward the end of your exam. So if you're not sure and you're spending too much time on it, you can just skip to the next and then go back to it at the end. And just a couple more slides here. We want to just help you get familiar with what to expect after the exam. So after you successfully take the exam, you'll receive an email within 24 hours that lets you know your results. You'll also receive an email from Acclaim, our credentials partner, that will contain your digital badge and instructions on how to accept it and promote your accomplishment across all the platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to go with it. Then we also recommend you join the Certified Community Managers group. That's the other Facebook group for people who have successfully passed the exam to stay connected and keep learning from each other. If you don't pass the exam the first time, you will receive an email from CertMetrics that lets you know. So make sure you keep an eye on your email either way. And if you have any questions or need any assistance, just contact us and we can help you out. And then the last slide I have for you today is just want to double down on the value of this certification. We've seen it be instrumental in the lives and careers of a lot of people. 3 of the most common things we are told are that, community managers really love having these credentials. Blueprint certifications are widely recognized across industries and can really help you stand out. So make sure once you pass, you add this to your resume, put it on your LinkedIn. It'll help you stand out against other candidates. The next thing is validation. Becoming certified can help to boost your confidence and highlight the things that you're already doing well. I know many of you are already community managers or ambassadors, so you probably know some of this stuff already, and it'll be a good vote of confidence for you to realize that throughout this process and learn more. And then the last is expertise. The learning process can really help you develop expertise in the industry best practices and even become a thought leader if you're interested in speaking on the community topics or writing about it. You'll have more credibility with this badge next to your name. And then I included a few testimonials so you can hear from real people who have gone through this program and have found a lot of success. The first one says, I was able to add the certification to my resume and it helped me stand out from other candidates. As a result, I landed my dream job. I actually applied for a lower level job, but the company told me my skills were too advanced and they created a new higher level role for me. I was able to increase my salary and get paid what I'm worth. And that was all as a result of the certification. The next says, Thanks to all that I learned in passing my certified community manager exam, I ran a successful campaign in my local town council elections and got elected as our new town councilor as an independent. I am so pleased I can take another step along the road of community empowerment and do more good for my local community. And then the last says, I left my job and started my own community management business. It helped me pinpoint my purpose and has given me everything I need to massively level up myself, my business, and my future. So you can see here how several different people took away different things and had different successes as a result of going through this program. So community really can be applied to a lot of different things, and we think it's hugely valuable. So we're really excited to get you through this program. And that's all I have. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Kara. Is Dolapo there? Okay, so probably internet. All right, thank you so much, Kara. That was really, really specific. I'm, tempted to request for the document so we can also share with the community as well. I mean, I just said it right now. All right, so I think yeah, there's a question that we needed an answer to. How many trials are there for the certification?
Hi, there is technically no limit on the number of trials. With the voucher, you can take the exam once. But if you pass the exam, it's good. If you fail, then you have to wait for, I think, 24 hours before you can take the exam again. But then the next time it would be without the voucher.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Rahul.
Sure.
Joy, you have your hands raised.
Okay, hi, good evening. Firstly, I just want to say thank you to the Ingressive for Good team and the Meta team for putting this together. It is so good. Thank you. The question I have is, firstly, I wanted to know if this is going to be a periodic thing. So, like you said, there were a lot of applicants and couple of people couldn't get in, people on the wait list. I wanted to know if this is going to happen again this year or if it's going to be annually or if it's just a one-off thing. And I also wanted to understand, I know that this is highly beneficial. Kara has spoken a lot about the benefits of going through this program, the training, the courses, and getting certified. So I just wanted to know like why the Meta team decided to like give out these vouchers and like the idea behind it. That's all. Thank you.
All right, to answer your question, thank you, Joy. As at this time, we do not know if it's going to happen again. So we're not able to give a specific answer to the first question. As to the second question, I'm not entirely sure how to answer that or why it's a question that needs to be answered, but I'll allow the Meta team to speak to it, probably Hazel or Kara.
Hi, yes, I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question? Is it asking why Meta decided to do this?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Just wanted to make sure. So as you can probably tell, we really believe in this program and we want to help grow community management as a profession globally. So we want to support as many people as we can, especially working with organizations that we also believe in who are doing great work to help people learn and grow as community managers. This is a global program, so we have folks from all over the world going through it. And we were really excited to hear that, we know Ingressive for Good does such great work, and to hear that they expressed interest in, getting you all certified. We were really excited to get involved. So that's a little bit about why, but really we're so excited just to help grow and develop more people as community management experts. So looking forward to doing that with all of you.
Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you for answering that. Okay, any more questions? I think we have overspent our time. This is 6 p.m. Nigerian time. So any further questions, any more questions? Oh, when does the voucher expire? Okay, so Kara or Rahul, can you help answer that question?
I will have to check with Hazel on that. Can we get back to you later on this one?
Yes, of course, but the scholarship expires and ends September 31st. So technically the voucher ends there.
Yeah.
But yeah, please get back to us on the time. But I think you should use the timeline that we are giving you for the scholarship, because you have to complete everything that you have to do within that specific timeline. Because we also have boot camp, we also have every other thing that has have already been scheduled. I hope that answers your question, Sumefun. Okay, so thank you everyone once again. Dolakbo, are you here? I think you need to come round up.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, Hanifa. Thank you, Isel. Thank you, Kara, and thank you, Rahul. Thank you, everyone, for joining. One of the things that Hanifa mentioned when she was talking was putting yourself out there, which is, of course, your upcoming community managers. Some of you have already started without even knowing it, right? So you know how important putting yourself out there, like building your community and, just letting people know what you're all about is how important that is, and which is what would bring me to the last thing on the agenda. So I'm going to send a link to the chat box now. It's a get DP link for you to tell people that you've already you've started your community management journey, and people should watch out for you. Like Hanifa mentioned, post your learnings, how you are learning, just share your workings, let people know what you're all about. This test has been proven and confirmed. We've had learners they've gotten jobs through this method, and you are looking out for you as well. So one way is to let people know that you've started, and they should watch out for when you get your certification and you're open to jobs, opportunities, internship, etc, and all of those things. So use the Get DP link to get the word out there that it just got the hashtag TheNextAfrican PM scholarship with TM for Africa and Meta, right? And they should watch out for you. So we'll reconnect on the Telegram group. So don't hesitate to ask us questions, to share what's it called now, challenges if you have them, and we'll be sure to to attend to you as best as we can and as soon as we can too. So have an amazing evening. Thank you guys for joining. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.